So strawberries are quite a popular plant in any household, not only because they produce nice berries that people can eat, but also because they're very easy to grow and they're very easy to maintain. But did you guys know that unfortunately, as strawberry plants get older, they tend to produce either less fruit or much smaller fruits? And this plant here is unfortunately close to that. This year we didn't really have much of a good harvest from this plant. We had loads of little strawberries, but in theory you want the plant to be producing bigger strawberries. So today I'm going to be showing you what you can do with your strawberry plants that unfortunately are getting a little bit old. Strawberry plants go through different phases as they get older. This strawberry plant here is not even a year old yet. It's too busy trying to produce more roots and a better stem system in order to produce more fruit later on. While this strawberry plant is over a year old, even though it still hasn't producing a lot of fruit, it's still trying to establish itself. But next year, when it gets 2 years old, it's then going to start producing a lot more fruit. And usually when it's 2 to 3 years old is when it produces the most fruit. And unfortunately when it gets to over 4 and above is when they start declining and when the berries start getting a little bit smaller. So that's why it's important to try and grow many different age of strawberries in your garden, because once the older ones start dying off, you've got newer ones in its place to keep growing, so you can always have strawberries every year. Now the first way we can use our old strawberry plants is by keeping them around and using them for runners. Now I've done a video on it on my channel before on how I'm able to use runners from my strawberry plants to produce new strawberry plants. Let's just say even if this plant here isn't producing many strawberries, you can still keep it next year to try and produce runners. So a quick summary of what a runner plant is. Sometimes a mother plant like this will produce shoots coming off the side, and if you was to pot them, you end up with something like this. And this plant here was a runner from this plant this year. And this runner is a direct copy or a clone of the mother plant. And give 1 or 2 years and this strawberry plant will be producing a lot more fruit, which this plant used to produce. So just keeping this strawberry plant around just to try and produce runners for next year is a good viable option. And the second option is unfortunately to remove them and to compost them. Now, removing strawberries can be quite difficult because they are very good at rooting into the ground, and if you had a massive place where you've got loads of strawberries that are getting old, then it could take you a while. But yeah, the only option now is to literally try and dig deep as you can and try and take out as much roots. Oh, see what I mean? That is in there. That is dug itself right in there. Christ. Oh, hey, there you are. And as you can see, the root system really deep and they're very strong. This is what happens when strawberry plants clump up together like this, is they come really compact, and that was quite hard just pulling one big strawberry plant out. But imagine having to do a massive field of this. This would take for ages. And now what we do is try and remove as much soil as we can and try and keep as much soil into the ground. As sad as it is, we're now going to have to put this strawberry plant into our compost bin. It is quite sad considering this strawberry plant has produced fruit for us for the last couple of years, but unfortunately it has now hit its time where it's going to be used in a different way, and by using it as organic matter. This is just a guarantee that the plant hasn't gone to waste and that we're going to be using it to hopefully feed other plants into the future. So now we are left with the old soil that the strawberry plant was in. Now it's best off not to replant any strawberry plants into this old soil, and that's because we don't really want to plant a new strawberry plant into here. We want to now feed this area up, give it some more nutrients and stuff, so when we do decide to plant more strawberry plants into it, probably next year, that the strawberry plants will have a better chance of growing even stronger. So what I recommend you doing is adding some more compost to it, some more nutrient rich compost, some liquid fertilizers, and give it a nice layer of mulch on top. This will then ensure that this pile here would be nice and rich in nutrients for next year. So hopefully this video has helped you on what you can do with your old strawberries. As sad as it is getting rid of them, you're going to need to in order to have space and life for the new strawberries in order to get bigger strawberries next year. And also check out my other video on how I'm able to get strawberry runners from my strawberry plants, because this will also help you in order to keep all your strawberries growing throughout the year, and I'll put a link in the description down below. So hopefully this guys has helped, and I'll see you next time.